All right, hi. Welcome back to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program. You guys hear the New York Predator Department out there. Welcome back to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, Targeted Individual Experience. Uh, so, um, I realized that the used products that I bought from Facebook and eBay, they were sabotage. Okay, because those products, when I bought them, they were like no, they were stated there were no bend pins. Right, works perfectly fine. And then when I went to install them, they were bent pins, and I'm like, why isn't it going into the socket? All right, and I was like, okay, the CPU socket. And I'm like, okay. So anyhow, so I was looking for another motherboard on Amazon, the same one that I ordered, and sure enough, they had it on sale. Right, it was under $60, and I was like, wow, had they had that sale when I would have just ordered that, and you know what I'm saying. Anyhow, so call Amazon because they ship the product right in its box. The box has no seal on it. All right, and again, how they do these tests is, and I realized that they're like I said, it's a never ending test. They're constantly putting you through these tests, right? And I'm gonna explain to you how I know it's a test now. Okay, so again, I talk about when they ring the bell. I had I totally forgot about the Amazon package. By the way, I'm just thinking that it's the Walmart package that I had ordered a couple of days ago. So when again, as I head out, they do the whole door slamming thing. A lot of TIs talking about this stuff. People have written about it, but I'm actually showing you exactly what they're talking about. Okay, exactly what they're talking about, as well as myself. Right. So I get upstairs again, saw the box. There's a couple of videos that I gotta upload, but I'm uploading this one first, just in case. 'Cause I just got off the phone with Amazon, and I have to remember certain things that was said to me. All right. So I call Amazon. Here it is, customer service number, what have you. All right. So if you look at the time on top, it says 11:39. Okay. So I had to wait this long before a customer service representative came on the line. Okay. Now let me all right. So there you go. Still, I'm talking. At this point, he put me on hold, and then he took about a good 5 to 7 minutes after I explained to him what had happened. He comes back on. He said like, hold on for a second. Then it took him about 5 6 minutes, and he came back on, and he was like, "Can you?" I was told if you can try to make sure that it works, and I said, "I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Why? Because again, the past couple of days, particularly, and here's the thing too. I have to when I and what I should have done is that before I should order certain parts first, right? The parts that I did, particularly, I needed the power supply, so I should have ordered the power supply first because that was the only thing that I needed, right? Because I have RAM, I had actually, and I bought the case, which is fine, right? So and the case only cost me like what 30 something dollars, right? So I should have waited until I got the power supply, which is important, before I ordered the motherboard and the CPU. So I bought because it was such a good deal that I bought the CPU first. And again, this is how they kind of get you, you know. So now I got to make a mental note to make sure to at least get the power supply first and memory, right? Because your computer would not boot without the memory. So, and if you're going to buy a used CPU and a used motherboard together, and make sure you have a graphics card, that way you can test these things out, right? And in some parts, I have power supply testers to make sure that the power supply powers on, stuff like that. Some of the power supply comes with these little plastic thing that you push into the 8 pin, the 24 pin motherboard connector. So when you turn on the power supply, if it turns on, then most likely it's fine, right? It works. The fans are spinning, what have you, it works. But anyway, I explained to him that you know I that they shipped the product in the product box that was not sealed, right? And I said that, for one, and again, this has never happened to me before. I've ordered multiple over the in from the time I've been building computers, which is well over a decade now. Amazon has never sent me uh, a motherboard, a graphics card that I ordered, uh, without shipping it in a box, in a sealed, closed box, right? So I'm saying like, listen, I want to return this. I'm not hooking up anything to it, right? And let me tell you how smart they are and how they have you under surveillance. So he says to me, can't you hook up other components and because listen, they watch my videos, they know what's going on because they sabotage certain things, right? So they know I don't have the other components to hook up the motherboard to unless I use another my computer. Basically have to take out the CPU, take out the memory, take out the graphic card to put it in this motherboard, and if they damage it, it can ruin my other components, right? That means that it can ruin my CPU, it can ruin my graphics card. You know what I'm saying? It can ruin my memory, my RAM. Okay, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. And I said to him, I said, listen, you're going. What are my options? I want to return this. I want to get another one. Right? Send me another one, and when you send it this time, make sure you send it in that is sealed, and make sure you send it in a sealed, closed box. But the fact that it took him 5 to 6 minutes to come back to me showed me that he was being coached. Because when he came back to ask me that question, well, can't you see if it works? Can't you hook up your other? I said, I'm not doing that. So I said, let me put this to you. If you ordered something that came in an open box on seal, right, which is an electronic component, and you know that you have to hook up to other electronic component, would you take that chance? Because if my other component is damaged, would Amazon reimburse me for those other components, right? Or they're going to say, well, you only bought the motherboard, so we'll reimburse you for the motherboard with this and that. Meanwhile, your other components is damaged. So he's like, I can't answer that. And I said, okay, let me put it to you this way. I said, if you order medicine through the mail and it comes unsealed, open, would you take those medicine? Right? Particularly if your life depends on it. Would you take that medicine? Then he goes, oh, okay, I see what you're talking about. But I want you to understand how they're being coached. And when they don't have the answer for something, I'm able to just put it in another way to get them out of that conditioned state that they're in. Right? And so, he's like, well, okay, since you put that way, we'll send you a new one tomorrow. And I said, well, make sure it's in a seal box. And he's like, we'll send you a UPC code so you can return this one, which I'm going to return it. Right? But again, in the meantime, when he's saying certain things, the New York Predator Department, who is surveilling me, listening to my conversation, is using their sirens, right? Because when he put me on hold, this is what he said. He says to me, right? He said, I'll be back. Please do not drop this call. Right? Then, as he said that, the New York Predator Department began using their sirens. Right? Now, what do you mean, please do not drop this call? Normally, when somebody puts you on hold, they'll tell you, and again, I've called these customer service many times because what they do is always, hold on for a minute, please do not hang up. All right? But again, because the word up in there, they've been coached to use other terms and other sayings. Because again, this is why, when I get off the bus and they're looking up at that building and I'm start saying I'm all the way up, this is what they don't want. Like I said, certain words that I'll use that is positive affirmation, positive thinking, they don't want you to think like that, right? Because when you start to think in a positive way, they start using the sirens. Again, this is coercive persuasion, using the under the color of law, using intimidation and threats, right? And again, like I said, I'm going to do a video which talks about these things and that they are in fact criminal and against the law. And so when you have law enforcement engaging in that sort of activities, like I say all the time, the legal system in the United States is a criminal enterprise. It's a criminal system, just like the police department, just like you have other industries or corporations that are criminal in nature, but masking under the rule of law, masking under the financial institutions, right, where you have some of the biggest theft that are happening by banking corporations and their CEOs and their shareholders, all right, and they mask it. Okay, so anyhow, so I gotta, so then, when he says to me, okay, we'll send you a new one or have it, and he goes, okay. I said, well, thank you for your time and I appreciate it. And so he says, so I said, have a good day. So he was like, bye. And then he kept repeating the word bye, 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 bye. I was like, okay, whatever. I just hanged up, But again, and this could be a call that is someone within Amazon, or this could be a call that has been intercepted, right? So I'm gonna make sure I go check my Amazon account, make sure that it says that this product is being sent to me, again, right? This is what they do. This is why I got to show you guys, and the reason why I have to show you the time, because it has never taken me this long, right? When I have an issue with anything that I order from Amazon, this is the longest it has taken me. Okay, and this is when it took me like half an hour really, because I should have took another picture when the call ended to let you guys see the the time. All right. As a matter of fact, let me see something. Let me do this. Okay. So again, 27 minutes. Like I said, almost half an hour. 27 minutes. That's how long it took. Okay. All right. So yeah, 27 minutes. That's how long it took. All right. So again, like I said, they really believe that they can get away with this and they cannot be exposed. But I'm here to tell them, no, you're not going to get away with it, and you will be exposed. Everything that they do, I will expose it. All right. So like I said, so TIs, when you start talking about how how they engage in synchronization, the slamming of doors and stuff like that, these are videos that I'm going to post that you guys can use to show exactly and what I'm talking about, because you can hear it. All right. And the fact that this woman come out of her and I think she might have been Hispanic too, and staring, looking at the door, because I heard the door open, but very slightly, because I thought to myself, and this is what they do, because she tried to open the door like very slowly, so I couldn't hear, but I did hear something. This is why I turned around, and I said hi to her, because I wanted you guys to hear what she has, that I'm not, I'm not making this stuff up, right? Like I said, I don't make stuff up. That's what they need to do. I don't engage in covert warfare, psychological manipulation. I don't have to do that. Okay. And even if I had the resources and the ability to, I wouldn't do it. I would not do it. But I understand when certain groups, and again, it comes down to the religious theme also, and how they get the religious group to participate in targeting you. Because again, they're trying to bring you under the fall of their false doctrine, because their believers don't know the truth, right? They don't know, they just believe. So again, like I said, every now and then, when they hit me with a blitz, they'll come back and they'll start staring at my unk. All right, so then, like I said, they'll start staring at my unk, and I'm using a screen recorder. That's why the camera app closed. But anyhow, so because they are believers, so they believe. They don't know. Okay, I know. Those of us who understand the truth, who've done some of the research, we understand where these belief system comes from, right? And again, religion is a tool used to control you, right? Keep you asleep, right? Not allowing you to see your reality, all right? And operating within that reality, that's going to best benefit not just you, but the people around you. Okay? So, I'll talk to you guys in the next video.